USA tour done and some friendlies literally around the corner. We are wrapping up our stateside videos with a few conversations that we need to have, including some untold stories from our American trip and our view of the tour as a whole and the people. Also, my card got cloned in America and you wouldn't believe how much they spent and where they tried to buy their stuff. If that ain't clickbait, I don't know what is. And also, who's this lad we've signed from Juventus? We need to talk about it. Plus, we need to talk about the kit as well. We know about the 2 Michael B. Jordan kits. We've also seen the home kit release. We've got an away one and a 3rd kit to come. But also, it turns out there's a commemorative kit for the 125th anniversary game. That's against Newcastle. So we'll take a look at that. Plus, with those 2 friendlies around the corner, we need to take a look at the opposition and what we want to see. And look, we're going to split this video into 2 videos. So if that ain't a reason to do a couple of things, I don't know what is.
Oh, absolutely, mate. I totally agree. Click that like while you're here. And yeah, if you ain't subscribed already, definitely do that. And if you click the bell, then you'll know when the next video is out as well. So yeah, get on it.
Get on it right now. We just want to say thank you so much for all the support we had during the US tour, from people that have commented, people that have liked, people that have donated, but also the sponsors as well. And with that in mind, before we get started, we just wanted to give a shout out and say that this video is sponsored by Dana's Aquatic Academy based in New Milton. So whether you're a non-swimmer looking to learn to swim, a competent swimmer, a bit like yourself, Tom, looking to improve on your techniques, or you're an advanced swimmer looking to learn lifeguarding skills, then what you need is Dana's Aquatic Academy. Operating on weekday afternoons, but also Saturdays in school term time, they're a local private swimming school for all ages and abilities.
Yeah, they aim to offer the highest quality of specialised teaching catered towards each individual's lessons needs, whilst achieving a fun and enjoyable session for everyone.
And running is either 1-to-1 private lessons, 2-to-1 shared lessons, or 3-to-1 small group sessions. They keep class sizes to a minimum to aid the quality of lessons to each specific pupil.
They also run intensive 5-day-week 1-to-1 courses through selected school holidays to help boost confidence and fast-track the progress.
Just a short walk from New Milton train station, Dana's Academy. Well, they boast a beautiful pool. We've seen it. It's lush. Changing rooms, tuck shop, and a waiting area. So as you can see on screen, this is how to get in contact with them. Send an email to admin@danasAquaticAcademy.co.uk or check out their socials. Their links are in the description. If you mention code BOTN when inquiring, you can get 2 free trial lessons.
Lovely.
So, how rude of me. Welcome to Back of the Net. My name's Sam Davis.
My name's Tom Jordan.
And we are back. Look, we put out a video in the meantime talking about the kit, but mate, it was 7/8 days in some heat, which I would weirdly say was more bearable than it is here. I'm sweating buckets.
It's bizarre, isn't it? Yeah, it feels unbearable. And then I looked and I thought it was 20 degrees hotter when we went to Vegas. I mean, but that felt all right. It's just they're catered for it, aren't they? Especially at night. I probably slept the best I've slept in God knows how many years. And I think that's because, one, you're drained from the heat all day, but also because aircon, the big fans and stuff, brilliant. But yeah, it was a really, really good trip. Really enjoyed it, mate. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I really did. Apart from one thing, Tom.
No, go on.
I got scammed.
We know. Well, I certainly do.
Some people know. So, yeah, we did Vegas the day before the Arsenal game, and we thought it was a good chance to see the Golden Knights Stadium. But also we saw the other stuff as well. We were literally only there for 6-7 hours or so, but the flights from LA Airport were like 30 quid return.
Yeah, why not? With
no hand luggage. So we thought, you know what, let's get on it and have a walk around. And it's quite a deceptively big area, isn't it? Anyone that's been to Vegas will sort of know that the strip from one end to the other is just over 2 miles. So we got round a fair bit of it, but I got round and spent my card in a couple of places. One of them was a vending machine by the side of like New York hotel. We had our nice lunch, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Which was a lovely. That's one on the vlog where you had a real and fine craft ale, Tom. What was it?
Stella.
Yeah, Stella Artois. Yeah, good choice. But yeah, we were so hot. We got some waters from the vending machine.
I think I actually got Fanta Orange.
Did you?
Yeah, so it was worth it. Worth the scammer, because I'll tell you what, why is Fanta Orange so much better over there?
Yeah,
it's so much better
it is. But it's a weird colour though.
Yeah, but I prefer the colour.
Yeah, but compared to our colour, which is a natural orange colour, theirs is like almost blood orange colour.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that for an away kit.
Yeah. Well, oh, hello.
hello.
Well, we don't know yet. You know what? We're going to be talking about the kits later on, and I'm intrigued.
First of all,
to
let's talk
see-
about the money you lost.
Well, yeah, it's important. And I went to a vending machine, right? And I did it on Monzo. So when you make a transaction, it appears. And that night, weirdly, like the vending machine, it put some money back into my account, like small amounts.
Okay.
And I just thought, what's that all about? Because we bought some drinks. It's just like, oh, hang on. Have they cloned my card details and just testing it to see if it works? Anyway, I thought, okay, maybe I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I'll keep it going. Maybe it's just they refunded me because they overcharged me. Whatever. Next day, we're back in Los Angeles. Me and you and Lucy, we're going to Santa Monica, having a nice walk down the beach, watching Tom do some pull-ups. If you've seen the vlog, we might let you into a secret later.
Well, I'm deceivingly strong.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I might. And I get a little notification from my Monzo saying £160 has been spent.
Where was it spent to, Sam?
Right,
They must have. I'll tell you what. If you're cloning someone's card, you're going big. You're going somewhere bougie.
Bougie?
Yeah.
You know what they tried to buy? Well, no, you know what they did buy? They went to the croc shop,
Oh, lovely.
like Crocs as in footwear, and bought £160 worth, £149.81 worth of Crocs.
Do you reckon they saw my Bournemouth ones and? Do you know what I mean?
In Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah.
And then, not only that, they then tried to spend it again in masks and more. I'm just wondering if Dom Solanke did it, because he's got a mask.
Yes,
Maybe he cloned my card when we went to the training.
Maybe.
You know? Maybe he's got a little card reader.
But your bank were on it, weren't they? And they were stopping. They were trying to buy more, weren't
Yeah, so yeah, there's a little fly flying about and it's doing my head in, mate. Also, Roberto's Taco Shop. They tried to buy money there, but I asked for the pin. But by that time, I sort of realised what was going on, so I put a block on the card and then put in a fraud request. I did get the money back, which is good. Even still, didn't stop them from trying it the next day at Polos El Dorado, which is another fast food place.
Lovely.
In Las Vegas as well. And yeah, that was a slight blow, because I thought I've lost that money, and that was some money that had been donated by some people that had been watching as well. So thank you for the donation.
Respect the grind, though. You know, they weren't able to get any more out of them, but at least they were wearing nice Crocs, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, I think that's all been sorted now. But I really enjoyed that, I've got to say. And you know what I enjoyed even more than Vegas, which was the high point?
Yeah.
Our journeys on the freeways, listening to one of our favourite new radio stations. Right, screw your Hearts, your Capitals, or your Hot Radios, or whatever. You say Hot. What's it called? Go Country 105, Tom.
Oh, what a station. We kind of fell into it and thought, this is banger after banger. And then even better was the little adverts.
Yeah.
What they're trying to sell. The Custody Queens. I always wanted that. They were great then too. But yeah, we found some bangers. I even went on Spotify, found some Go Country hits.
She's somebody's daughter.
Banger. They do talk a lot about pickup truck guys as well.
Yeah.
So that's obviously a big thing over there. So I have to pay to get a pickup truck, but I'd probably make you drive it anyway. But no, you didn't. In driving in general, you found it okay. I thought you done really well, mate. There was a lot of freeway, isn't there? And, so it probably felt a little bit more comfortable because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I never looked out the window once, by the way. Because every time I just had a little peek, I thought, this is chaos. There's cars everywhere. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, you done really well, mate.
And then, so we drove, everywhere. We only took Ubers for little short journeys. And of course, we drove into Los Angeles for the Arsenal game. So look, we've covered the Wrexham game. We'll chat a little about the Arsenal game. Firstly, it was $40 to park.
It was.
We did go to the to Soul Cow beforehand to meet some Bournemouth fans.
Yeah, there's loads of Bournemouth fans there. It was great.
That was brilliant, wasn't it? It wasn't as plentiful as the brew house in Santa Barbara, but there were a fair few there.
But we only mentioned the place the day before.
Yeah, and also it's worth saying that it's a weekday as well. So some people were working and couldn't get there. But we had a pretty good turnout there. Some same faces that went to the pub in Santa Barbara, but some new faces as well. But really good to see the fans that, they're expats or maybe people that live in America. But one thing I've got to say, and if you're watching, and this is not brown nose or whatever, like every single person we met, every single person was lovely. And usually there's that one person everyone was so nice.
They're great, yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, lovely people. Lovely to us, but also just so excited to see Bournemouth play, and it was just a great atmosphere, wasn't it? It was, you could chat to so many people. Could have, to be honest, you kind of think I could have had a day in the pub with them lot, just chatting.
Yeah.
It was great. So yeah, it was really, really nice. Everyone was lovely, as you say, mate. And would love to just give like them all shout outs, but we'd be here forever.
Yeah.
But, who's the first person you think of? Because of the name, Stig. So if Stig's watching, you were the first one that come to my mind. But yeah, there were so many great people.
Didn't he end up going out after that Arsenal game?
I think he took was it Ian?
Yeah.
I think he took him out on the lash. So yeah, it was, he got really stuck into it. But yeah, they were all great, mate, as you say. Some lovely people, and obviously majority of them come on the vlog as well.
Yeah, so we gave Simon and Albert a lift.
Albert, who, by the way, left the stadium, left his hat there, but good job. Back of the net boys were there.
We've got it.
We've got your hat, all right? So when you were in America, we were bringing your hat back on the blooming plane.
Yeah.
So
and
we still got your hat back.
Like the amount that cost us an extra hand luggage.
Unbelievable. That's definitely a point now. I picked that up, by the way.
But also, did he do the same at the training, the open training? He just left it on the
I picked his hat up. That's why I knew it was his hat.
How much do you not like that hat?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm going to wear that hat.
But one thing I was looking forward to was that we were playing the match against Arsenal in a proper football stadium.
Yeah, I agree.
And this means no disrespect to the campus at Santa Barbara, who obviously have got a facility which was fine for what it was, but the pitch would be properly watered, the pitch would be better, and you could see that from the TV pictures.
Not bothered by that.
No?
Not bothered by the fact that the first stadium was a dry campus. That's what I was bothered about. No, obviously the pitch. Yeah, it was the pitch. I was like, no, but I know what you mean. It was one of them where I'm glad we done it, experienced it and stuff, but I did feel like, I just want to see him in a proper stadium.
Yeah.
And as you say, that's no disrespect. It was really good. And as we spoke about, the fan park and all that stuff was great for the Wrexham game, but it was nice to get back in there, get into a stadium, have a lager.
And it was cooler, temperature wise, it was cooler. And also I think that was more conducive to letting us play the type of football that I know we can play, because against Wrexham it was so dry. It didn't look as bad in the flesh than it did on the TV cameras. When you saw the highlights afterwards, the pitch looked worse, and you could see the way it was holding up. The grass was so dry.
And let's be real, it was a pretty bad game.
Yeah, it was, and it outfoxed James Hill a couple of times where he was playing it back to Will Dennis, and usually the slickness of the pitch would carry the ball through. It didn't, so Will got called into action sooner than expected, but I thought he did absolutely brilliantly, by the way. Absolute baller. But it was nice to go into a proper stadium, and actually it's a really nice stadium.
I like it. Yeah,
really cool stadium.
Yeah, really good. It was a shame we spoke to Arsenal fans after. Obviously, they had the AFCB lot there, and we spoke to some of them guys, and it was interesting because they obviously said it's a real shame because this was last minute, and a lot of Arsenal fans booked their flights for after for the I think it's Liverpool Man U they played.
Yeah.
So there weren't as many in the stadium, but it was still a nice atmosphere. And as you say, mate, I think the stadium itself is really, really good. I've never been in there before, obviously. And it's, really nice stadium. And we were behind the goal, weren't we? Got our little spot in behind the goal, tried to get some Bournemouth fans over. Managed to get, some songs going and stuff. So it was good fun.
There's a vlog if you haven't seen it. And we originally, because I was short of time, I didn't really know what to name the vlog, so I think we just called it Vegas and Vieira because he performed well for them. Scored a penalty as well, of course, and scored their goal.
Yeah.
But afterwards, I thought, hang on, let's hook it out and bring them in. And I renamed the vlog "The 10 Bournemouth Fans That Outsang Arsenal's Fan Base" because
we did. Yeah, there was actually a lot of, as you can imagine, it was probably more so in this game, a lot of kind of American fans that just wanted to see two Premier League teams that were potentially in more of a neutral. And we had quite a lot come over at half time, didn't we? So we're going to come with you because you're the only one singing. So it was, that was really cool. But, we got it going, and I think some of the lads appreciated it, the ones that could hear us, and Andy gave us a little thumbs up and all that stuff. So it was good.
I got a text from Ryan Frank, who I swear, he texted me saying, I swear I can hear your voice singing in the crowd.
Yeah, he did say something like that to me. But it was just us. So, that was good. And I was glad we got to celebrate a goal, as well.
It was a game that I think Arsenal, for the first half, they dominated. Yet I would say that our side was probably stronger in that first half. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and then they probably put on stronger players. So I think they brought on Odegaard, Jesus, maybe a few others, Jorginho.
But we had a couple of trump cards as well, namely our wingers.
Yes, but we were better than them in the second half. We were probably unlucky not to win actually, in the game. But, I thought the wingers changed it. I think we started with Anthony and Tavernier. But he brought on Ouattara in particular, who for me probably over the two games was our standout. I thought Ouattara, which was a really positive thing because I'm not convinced by him, but obviously because of his age, I think, right, let's see if we can see a bit more. And I thought we did. I thought he looked really impressive, mate, when when he come on the pitch, and then obviously Semenyo who got the goal. And them two just gave us a little bit more of a threat, didn't they? And they were causing them problems. I think they brought Zinchenko on to try and cope with Semenyo. But Semenyo does what Semenyo does. I mean, when we went to the training day, he stood out. I mean, probably helped that he was against Tommy Elphick, no disrespect. But yeah, I thought Dango and Semenyo really helped us in that second half. And players like Scott and that got a little bit more control in the middle as well. And to his credit, I thought, you know, Solanke missed a few chances, and then we're never going to play him full game. We bought on Jebison, and I thought Jebison, he's not Solanke, and he probably also got on loan. He's probably playing because Unal's injured. But the press, the way he was closing them down, he wants to prove a point, definitely. Because I even thought in both games, regardless of him not being as prolific on the ball, Jadon was doing that as well. Press, because I think, them sort of players, they're going, what is Andoni like? They keep telling me to press man for man. So we need to show him we can do that because we need to get in this team. So really impressed with Jebison. And I do wonder if there might be a part of Andoni that's going, he probably could do with a loan, but could he be an option? Especially with Unal getting knocks. It'll be interesting to see. But if he were to go on loan, I know a few championship clubs are linked. I think there was some in Scotland as well. I think he would be I think he'd be a good championship striker, actually. He's got something about him.
Skanky goal for us. Reminded me of Ryan Fraser against Yeovil. Sorry about that. But Semenyo went for the bottom right-hand corner.
How is Fraser doing, by the way?
How is he doing?
Yeah, not bad.
Took a huge deflection and then went in. And you said throughout, all I want to do is see us score a goal. But as we may have alluded to on videos, that scoreline then makes the penalty shootout look as though it happened because of that. But it was happening anyway. We got told at half-time, when Arsenal were 1-0 up, that at the end of the game, there will be a penalty shootout. And I was thinking about it afterwards. And I said this to you just now, like, I think that's quite a good idea. Because, look, there's no other time Bournemouth players, or Arsenal players for that matter, can take a penalty where you've got a pressure situation. Now, of course, the pressure's not as much.
No, of course.
However, because it is a meaningless game. However, when you're taking penalties in training, it's not the same. So I think and also it's a nice spectacle to be had as well. Plus, it's sort of in a friendly that doesn't mean anything, even if one team wins, as happened in Arsenal's subsequent game. I think Arsenal played Man United, beat them 2-1, and then Man United won the penalty shootout. So there's a little bit of equilibrium there, and then it maybe prevents fans kicking off as much. But either way, I just enjoyed seeing the ball hit the back of the net a few times, not least Dango.
What a pair that was.
I mean, we talk about pressure. I mean, there is a bit of pressure, and he did that, a Panenka penalty, which was superb.
Which I'd like to think I say proving my point, but the fact that he had a good pre-season, had a good couple of games, that confidence maybe, I've always felt, young players in particular and new players and learning the language and all that stuff, need that bit of confidence. He hasn't scored enough goals I think he's got 2, like he's been there over a year, but so having 2 good games, almost, I wonder if that gave him the confidence to try something. It looked really cool. That was great. Felt forbidden a little bit. Didn't have a great them 2 games, but his penalty I don't think was that bad.
No, it wasn't.
It was a good save, and their goalkeeper. If you want to show that we were probably the better side, particularly in the second half, the goalie got man of the match. Carl Hine, I think his name is. He was very good for a young goalkeeper. And he made a great save. Christie's penalty was bad, which surprised me, weirdly. I know you'd think, it's typical Christie, but not on penalties. Christie's got an exemplary penalty record for both Scotland and ourselves. I remember him scoring the winner at Norwich when we were there. But yeah, it was a really poor one. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And as you say, mate, probably, obviously, if you have it in a competitive game, 100% pressure penalties. Training, 0%. 25 maybe, but it's better than, it's still a little bit, so you might as well do it. So I quite like the fact they do it. It doesn't take anything out of.
We should do it at our friendlies, honestly. Why not do it?
Yeah, they seem to do it. It seems to be a thing in America, don't it, that they do it.
It just gives the fans that little bit more entertainment.
Yeah, and you're gonna see like you say, you're gonna see the ball at the back of the net a few times and stuff. So yeah, it was nice, and we had that little nice moment when Trossard hit the post.
I
don't think any of their penalties were bad, but his just hit the post, which was nice. So it gave us a little bit of hope. But want to be. But it was good fun, mate. And I enjoyed that game because I felt like, I think you alluded to it earlier, I felt like, okay, that's the way we want to play. I've seen a bit of it now against some good opposition as well. That second half, we're knocking the ball around. They got some good players in there. Obviously a few youngsters scattered around, but they had some good players out on the pitch. So that was definitely an impressive sign.
There was a little bit of needle between, all friendly of course, between some of the Bournemouth fans and the Arsenal fans. Some little Arsenal lad, that must have been about 7-8 years old, was absolutely giving it to us. So we were applauding him for what he was doing. But where we were, there was also come the second half where we were getting a little bit vocal. Some Mexican looking guy, he was quite a big bloke. he was obviously had a few drinks and came over quite aggressively. And I remember him shouting, "Who are rubbish?"
Yeah.
And I was thinking, okay, which way should I go here? It was quite clear, but we were like, Arsenal. And he's like, yeah, Arsenal are rubbish. We're like, what if we said the other way around? Because there was a little bit of confrontation between him and one of the guys next to us at one point.
There was actually.
It was great.
I think the other guy was wearing because no one knew what shirt he was wearing. Cadiz. He was wearing a Cadiz shirt.
Yeah.
This lad. So, but yeah, it was all good fun, wasn't it? And it was good to get a little bit of, atmosphere going. I think a few of them were trying to sing the songs along with us, even some of the neutrals and that, which was good fun. I just wanted to sing his name as loud as I could, really. See if he could hear us.
I'll tell you what though, we timed everything really badly, it seemed, by like a day, because, the day that we went to Hollywood on the day of the training, the next day, Patrick Kluivert and I think Hamid Traore.
Patrick Kluivert won there, mate.
What, have I done that again?
You do that a few times. I'll tell you what, a lot of the Americans do that as well.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Justin Kluivert.
Justin Kluivert and Hamid
And he's the
Traore.
better player, Justin. We all know that.
Justin, and they're both injured at the moment, so, which I don't really understand the situation with Hamid. It's really frustrating because I wanted to see him in action. Justin doesn't sound like he's too serious, but just too much. Because he was still training before the Wrexham game and stuff. But yeah, obviously because them two are not involved, they went out there and yeah, we missed him by a bloody day.
Yeah, and there were a few fans that were in Hollywood to say hello to him, and they did, got selfies and stuff. But they found the Michael B. Jordan star, which we couldn't find. Alas, I did find this special number. Look at that beautiful thing. I've even made that on my WhatsApp profile picture, mate, now.
No, I just wanted to find the Jordans just so I could cover Michael with my feet and say,
and just
Jordan,
say that you got a star. But I really enjoyed it. And of course, that wasn't the only game. There was also a behind the closed doors friendly against LA Galaxy. And that score has not been revealed, not even 2-1 person.
No.
So we don't necessarily know the score for that one.
No, I don't know what happened with Jabba the Hutt. What a player. Adil J seems to be doing well as well, by the way. But yeah, like you say, it hasn't been revealed to anyone. But nice. I think, it sounded like, didn't it, at the training session, we had a few murmurings. Obviously, it's behind closed doors friendly, so you don't get to know too much. But that Andoni kind of wanted another game, to get him up to speed. I think, as you kind of said earlier, I think that Wrexham game felt like a bit of, how much could you get out of that?
I think it was more commercial than anything.
Of course.
The pitch. Great for fitness, but really when you want to be preparing for a football season tactically, that was not the one. No. Arsenal was more of that, and then LA Galaxy would have provided them with a little bit more, which is good. Yeah, also, they played Crystal Palace, it sounds like, in a friendly as well, and I gather we might have been successful in that as well.
Who knows?
There you go. But really good trip, and then we were home the day after. I was at the airport, Los Angeles, getting the vlog out. And they had really quick internet, so we managed to get that out really, really quickly. And then
I hate airports.
Yes, I know you do.
Can I just talk about airports? Right?
Go on, you talk about airports.
Because when we've done like the away day show, we go through things. I think everything, because I know you could say atmosphere because it's friendlies, but the atmosphere in general in America was great. I like the stadiums. The canvas was different, so I didn't mind that. As we said, I like the LA Galaxy Stadium. Liked everything about it, all the food, the drinks. Everything was $19 for a can of Estrella's not great, but at least I got a can of Estrella. But the travel side of it, I don't know how people do it, mate.
What do you expect? It's an airport.
Yeah, but I don't know how people. I don't go on holiday, mate. I haven't been abroad for like 10 years. I don't.
So you thought, let's go to America?
Yeah, just dive in the deep end. But I don't. People go all the time. People go travel. People go all the time. There's some people that just fly constantly. How? It's the most tedious thing ever.
It's hard when you get a flight delay as well.
When do you not get a flight delay?
What I found difficult.
Have you ever been on a flight that hasn't been delayed?
No.
No one has?
No, not many times. One thing that I think, obviously, it's hard to judge because, like, when we were in Vegas and then we needed to get back to the airport, for domestic flights, you're supposed to be there a certain amount of time beforehand. And we were within that window, but then there was a slight delay, which meant that we sat seemingly in that departure lounge just to go 4 hours down the road by car. It was almost the same amount of time when you think about it. But, look,
I know
we've been there, we've done it. You don't have to queue again apart from at the North Stand when you're queuing up for your pint, mate. So.
Yeah, I mean, or if we'll go to Auckland actually on a tour or something.
Yeah.
But, how are they always late? What, traffic?
Well, air
traffic in the sky, is there?
Yeah.
No.
And also, there's lots of things to organise. Like individuals that maybe haven't checked in, so have to get their bag off the plane or whatever. They haven't got it in time.
You're late, you missed your flight. You shouldn't be late.
Yeah, why are you late? Their bag's gone without them, so sometimes have to go in, grab the bag and take it off.
So why don't
they've got different planes to manage.
Why
there's only like a couple of
airport man or woman, Why don't they just get together and go, you know what? Because of all these reasons, they're always delayed. Why don't, if we think it's 5, just say 15:15. Think what is always late.
But then what they do you notice that our flight time was always advertised as more than what it was? Because on the way back, it's like, our flight time was expected to be 9 hours a day. We're like, what?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be 11. We had a tailwind, apparently, but...
What? I mean, what's that all about? What's he doing? Have you seen you showed me it, the Josh Willicombe sketch where he talks about...
Yeah.
He's right. You go, we'll probably make up some time. So you're speeding. Why are you speeding?
Yeah.
Why don't you just go a little bit quicker normally then? Just because you're a bit late, we're going to go quicker.
In Los Angeles, on the roads, we didn't have to speed. And I don't think we mentioned this, but the carpool lane.
Oh, great lane.
What good idea.
Love that.
Carpool lane, whereas if you've got 2 or more passengers in your car, you can use your separate carpool lane, which makes you fly through the traffic.
If we got stopped, I might have had to get up a little bit though, because it probably looked like we had 2, because I was just like lying down, making sure I weren't looking out the windows. But yeah, I actually thought they know because of how many people are there, they cater to the roads quite well, don't they? Because as much as everyone said was giving us absolute horror stories about the traffic, yeah, a little bit, but the worst traffic we had was Heathrow home.
Oh, yeah.
So
I didn't actually realise, Tom, I mean, we were talking about the dates before we went, and you said, look, Sam, can we make sure that we fly back on this date? I was like, why? It turns out the day after you had a special place to be.
I did. I had a wedding. Jake Summers, if he's watching, you better be.
So you flew back especially for a wedding?
Especially for you, Jake, yeah. So I'd see how many points I can get out of that. But no, it was a great day, by the way. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Jake has finally tied the knot. I mean, I've never known him without his wife. So how it's taken him this long, I've known him for bloody over a decade or 2.
But in terms of jet lag, we suffering with that or not?
Actually, no, I'm going to pretend that I struggled, mate, but I had to be there. No, I was absolutely fine, actually. Well, it's absolutely fine. When we got back, I kind of like passed out. Like, I was gone. But waking up and stuff for the wedding, I thought, well, I was fine. I was all right.
I was shattered on the Saturday and Sunday. I was absolutely gone.
Well, yeah, no, I think the Sunday, I think I was in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been all right. And then and then we met up with Steve for his birthday, a few drinks. So I've been all right, to be honest, mate. Yeah.
Oh, good to know. So look, we got so much nice feedback. The comments, we were going through them like whenever we could. Like when I was back home in our Airbnb, like editing the videos, I was seeing the comments then, and then when we had a bit of time to pause, I was on my phone, and everyone was so nice and they appreciated the vlog. So I want to say thank you for that. You know what I didn't appreciate?
What?
Right? And it was meant as a joke.
Right.
But we got a comment from someone, Anton, if you're watching, what are you thinking? So we're obviously posting a few videos from within our Airbnb, and he's obviously trying to be funny, but he put our actual address where we were staying.
Oh yeah.
In the comments. And like we can say it now, 245 Shrodday Avenue.
How did he know?
He must have seen like where we were, like took note of the shape of the pool, and then had a look on Airbnb for like apartments in Monrovia where we were staying, saw that we were there, and then put our address on and tried to make a joke about it, saying, "You're under surveillance, we are watching you." Like, Anton, what you do? Honestly, some people.
Just leave that a little
but
bit.
For every Anton, there's a Mark. And he's on Twitter. Merck is it on Twitter? And he said this funny thing about me and you, Tom, didn't he?
He did.
He said he sort of maybe gave an analogy, because you was actually being really nice about me, man. You were bigging me up, saying that Sam does this and Sam does that. But what did he say?
He was in the queue at the Wrexham game, and he actually got me a churro. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Yeah, bless him, which was nice. But yeah, he was chatting to me about, you know, thanking the pod and that, and said how it keeps me in touch and all that stuff. And I was just kind of, playing the humble guy, going, Sam does everything. Don't worry. I'll just chat rubbish. Sam does everything. Kind of true. And he said, yeah, but Sam's great. Sam's like the chips.
Yeah.
The fries. But you're the dip. You've got to have the dip.
Whenever you've done that story so far, you've always used an accent. You've always done.
Have I?
Yeah, go on.
No, respect. Did I
You're the dip.
I'm the dip. And I just said, actually, you know what? You bang on. You are about, who wants a dry chip?
But you know what? It was great to, I had a good chat with him actually.
Good guy.
In the brew house. So all the best, Mark, with everything that's happening for you right now. And, you know, overall, we've come back and we've think that was like a nice experience, wasn't it? A really nice experience.
Yeah, I've had another, I'm just going to pick myself up now. A really nice comment. I was going to tell you and I haven't. Mike, you know, Mike Owen?
Yes.
He's over there. So, obviously he met us with his daughter. And he was saying, you know, he was just, that's it. And I'm not going to say, obviously, everything he said, just messaged me, you know, thank you, really enjoyed meeting you and stuff. I asked my oldest on the flight home who her favourite person she met was, and she said it was you. So you have a new fan.
Oh, the back of the net team, yeah.
Maybe. But I thought he messaged me personally. But it could be the back of the net team as a whole. But cheers, Violet. Loved your nails. She had the amazing cherries nails. So yeah, big up, Violet.
So
Could have said Solanke, by the way. Didn't.
So look, to go back to the football then, who would you say, because I remember on the very first or second video that we did, you said that there's always that one player that sort of performs
do you remember what I said?
really well. Who did you say?
I thought Hannah Traore might be able to stand up.
Yeah, you also mentioned Jane Nancy. Interested to see how, and you talked about Gav Kilkenny on previous pre-seasons, always looked mustard. Yeah. Anyone that caught your eye this time round?
I would agree that Jaden showed signs that I thought he could be part of the group, and maybe doesn't need a loan this time, and he might be useful to the squad. Certainly thought he gave a bit of that, but as I kind of mentioned, I thought Dango was really impressive. He's still got that bit about him where his final bit, whether it be shot, cross, pass, kind of lets him down sometimes, but he's so explosive, and I thought he caused both fullbacks in both games a lot of problems, which was good. I don't think anyone was bad.
No. A few things were confirmed for me, and that was including how good Antoine Semenyo is.
Oh God, yeah, he's
honestly,
crucial.
If he has another good season where he notches a few goals, his value is going to skyrocket.
Yeah, he was brilliant again. He's just always a threat.
And remember that we only really had him playing the way he did for the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and he had a few knocks when he first come to us. So yeah, that's a real good sign. I thought not in the Arsenal game, but in the Wrexham game, when we turned it on and we said Watara was also Tavernier looked really good when he come on, but then when he started against Arsenal and he didn't look as strong. Kirkes was good. I thought in training he is an absolute lunatic, isn't he? Like he was
his thighs when he came over photos, his thighs are massive.
He was looking sharp, and a little shout out to Fev as well, because we haven't really seen him, and he certainly struck me as someone that was trying too hard, because there was a time where he'd like beat a couple and then he'd keep going and I kind of understand it because I think he's really trying to impress, but he showed some nice little touches in there that I thought, oh, there's something in there. I thought the same in training. So we don't really know him yet. So that was a nice sign. But I would say everyone else Lewis Cook was classy. Senesi looked gorgeous and was just spraying it around. I thought Meps was absolutely, I don't know what's going to happen on Meps. I thought he was a rock. So yeah, everyone was pretty good, mate. But, yeah, a few little styles. I'll probably say Dango, was probably the best over the two games on the whole, I would say.
We also at the
Will Dennis, by the way.
Will Dennis. We also at the training had a brief chat with Jim Favola as well, which was nice. And obviously there have been fans over the course of the season maybe have been frustrated at some of the changes around the club with hospitality and the Americanization of the club. So on behalf of you guys, we gave him so much grief. Oh God, hammer and tongs.
Oh God, I thought it was a scrap at one point.
I mean, we didn't. We had a chat with him, but at that point, he sort of suggested there may be the new sponsor that's going to be announced soon. And he pointed at my shirt and he said, just take a look at your shirt and it may be something to do with that. So I was thinking, it probably means it's gambling. Little did I know, I had an M88 shirt on. Yeah. Our new sponsor is BJ88.
Is it? I haven't heard about that.
We've had, so it was sort of nice to hear what we're doing. He sort of explained it to us, which you can appreciate, because the amounts of money that they're getting fed into the club to do good, albeit from an immoral industry that you'll be seeing on the shirts of 10 other Premier League clubs, by the way, it dwarfs what any other company was prepared to offer as well. And also we've got the new sponsor on this, which is there. Laos International, which is some kind of real estate stuff, and we followed them on Instagram to get this free shirt. Yeah, but it was nice to have a sort of heads up about that and have it explained in a way that I think if you try to explain it on Twitter,
no, that's different.
I mean, you've seen the sort of debates that have been going on Twitter recently, not least if you look at anything to do with like, Southport, you can see there's some very polarized opinions there. And that's even the same in some kind of niche conversation like our shirt sponsor as well. And we put out the video earlier this week to sort of explain it. Hopefully we represented people's views, and look, it's just 2 more seasons. It's just 2 more seasons. Then it's gone. But what we can do with that money, who knows? And if we didn't accept it, if an indirect consequence of that was, say, relegation, the amount of things and issues that could arise from that, redundancies from the club and stuff, then we're looking at sort of very, very different levels of moral debates here. But I think now we've got it, let's just roll with it. Whether I'm going to get a shirt, Not so sure. I think we gave it an 8 out of 10 on our video. I think I might do 7.5 since then, because I've seen a few videos since. I'm still not totally sure about it. I think in the flesh is going to be the eye test, isn't it?
Yeah, and I do like the nod to the promotion season. I think that's a nice touch. And we said, didn't we, that the Michael B. Jordan kind of special edition shirts that we saw in America, I thought, oh, they're all right. And then when I saw them in person, I thought, oh, they are smart. So yeah, it might be the same sort of thing. And to be honest, speaking of the sponsors, obviously they're doing the sponsorless versions as they do. And sometimes it doesn't look right without a sponsor. I actually think it looks pretty smart. So that might be an option. But equally, yeah, I always wait to see all the selection of kits, and then I'll probably pick one, and then probably later down the line, I'll just have them all at some point because I'm a knobhead. But, yeah, I think it's a smart kit, and I'm looking forward to seeing the others.
Absolutely. And we're going to be talking about the possibilities of the next kit very, very soon. I just hope they don't release it either today or tomorrow, because otherwise it looks stupid. They were speculating over a kit that hasn't been released yet. I presume they might space it out and do it next week. That's the plan anyway. So fingers crossed AFC Bournemouth work with us on that.
Yeah,
so
if not, we love it.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah.
And also we need to talk about the transfer incoming that was finally revealed. But like I tried to make a joke of on Twitter, you could have put your house on it, because that's how it's pronounced.
It is house and that.
Your tweet still did better.
It was just a picture, wasn't it?
Picture of Frado.
Frado.
Was he even involved, or was it a Thiago picture?
No, it was all
we
Frado.
don't know.
All Frado.
But look, we're going to talk about that in the next video, because this is a two-parter. But for now, we want to say thank you again to Dana's Aquatic Academy. You can email them admin@danasaquaticacademy.co.uk. Check out their socials on the screen, and there's a link in the description. Mention code BOTN when inquiring, and you can get 2 free trial lessons. Big them up. And also, look, for us, it'd be great if you could just like their Facebook page and tell them you went there because you saw them on this show. They've been huge supporters. Tom is a legend, as is Dana herself as well. So get down there.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching anyway. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Up cherries.
Up the chairs.
Thought you were going to do it as well. I'm the dip.
I'm the dip.